all artists lonely? This is a question that I've been thinking on constantly lately, maybe all my life to be honest, because art is such a solitary craft and it's not a team sport. To get good at it, you've got to spend a ton of time alone. The stereotype of an artist is someone quiet, reserved. It's the kid in the back of class sketching a hyper-rendered eyeball. And honestly, that was me. I was not social growing up. If anything, I was antisocial. But it's not that I hated people. I actually really wanted to talk to people. But I had a language barrier and social customs that I didn't understand, and it trained me to be really terrified of social situations. Becoming more social was legit something I had to learn, because my natural tendency, like pretty much every artist, is to be alone. And now I ask, did I choose art because I'm less social, or did my love of art make me this way? Either way, over time, being an artist feels like moving into a dream apartment where loneliness comes as the unavoidable roommate. Whenever I land inside a new city, it actually feels incredibly lonely. So one of the things that I like to do to kind of ground myself is to get my sketchbook and then just to find any place for me to be able to sit down and to sketch and to kind of like, I guess to kind of like just, I don't know, get back like to myself and feel like I'm myself again, to feel like I'm safe. Loneliness is something that has been lodged deep in my head this year, especially because this year I've done so much solo traveling.
In the middle of Hokkaido snow.
And as wonderful as it's been, it's also been some of the most lonely moments of my life.
As soon as I started drawing, they started boarding.
I have just got to my hotel in Shanghai. Getting here, the flight was very smooth. I travel okay. I try to leave out any of like the travel fatigue that I ever get on my journeys. But the truth is that a lot of times in the first days, like my entire body right now is kind of feverish. I want everyone to meet my emotional support Jinbei. He is my Jinbei that I take with me whenever I go traveling. He is the cure to depression. There's something eternally humbling about being completely alone in a foreign country where you are stuck with literally no one else but yourself. I got food poisoning. Yeah, it's been a very miserable morning. And you have to fend for yourself at every step of the way. I'm dying. Oh my god. And everything that goes wrong, I only have myself to blame.
This is eel avocado toast. I decided to get it because I was like, what the f***? My taste buds are so confused. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I can finish the whole thing. So I just not finished my lunch because that was kind of gross. I couldn't do it. I really couldn't do it. But now we're on our way to another cafe.
One eternity later.
I just passed like 5 different beautiful cafes and I couldn't make up my mind which one I wanted to sit at. And so now I'm just hot and I'm not able to drink anything because I couldn't make a decision about where to go and where to sit.
Usually I always give a highlight reel of my travels. But the truth is, it really sucks when no one else can take care of you. And similarly, throughout my art journey, I definitely had teachers and people to look up to, but truly, no one but me could improve my brushstrokes better. No one could draw my assignments for me. And my parents can't help me. They have very little idea of what it is I want to do. And the visions in my head would swirl trapped inside my brain because no one else can see it until I draw it. And with everything I love in my life, whether if it's traveling or drawing, they all have their downsides too. Guys, I think I just committed a crime against, like, art humanity. I left my sketchbook somewhere. I literally slept so poorly. The mosquitoes here are actually relentless. My entire leg is covered in bites. I've only been working on work since the morning, and I just want to draw! But thankfully, things always have a way of working out.
They got it! Look at that! Ah! God bless! Thank you!
It's quite a lonely experience, I feel like, to be an artist. I feel like if you have like a whole bunch of friends and you're like going out every single day, like how in the world are you supposed to have time to draw? So the entire reason why I am here in Shanghai is for the event China Joy, the biggest gaming convention in the country. More specifically, I'm here to help promote the launch of Riftbound, League of Legends' newest trading card game, where I drew one of the special rare over-numbered cards, which is basically a super rare card, of the champion Ahri. While the event was all very flashy and pizzazz, the actual work it took me to get here, to draw the artwork that got me onto the stage, and the decade of work just getting me to the level to be able to draw that art, was never flashy. It was a lot of heads down at a table, alone, day in and day out.
It's called California.
So we're multitasking, like grouping together lunch and all the signings that we need to do.
Okay.
There's so many.
And this.
In fact, I once heard a famous writer say that his most productive years, the ones that gave him the books that he's remembered for, were also his loneliest. And I get that, like how everyone now is saying, like, you want to get somewhere? You gotta lock in. Recently though, I started to feel sad. Sad about all the friends and events that I've had to say no to so I can finish my work. But at the same time, paradoxically, I also love my work so much that I don't want to go to events. I don't want to hang out. I want to draw. And it is so hard to balance this strange pendulum of resenting people because they don't let me make my art, or resenting my art because it makes me not be able to hang out with people. And the truth is, I've just come to accept that I will never balance it right. I give up balancing it. But through all of that, something I am eternally grateful for is the artist community. One of the conventions that I went to this year for work is called GAF, which is Shanghai's biggest illustration convention. I was sent there also to promote Riftbound, but let me tell you, when I walked through this convention, it literally felt like lightning. There were so many different artists selling crafts of every sort, and the creativity was just oozing.
I am in actual shock because it's like I will go down an alley and then there's like thousands of more alleys, or hundreds, not thousands. There's hundreds of more alleys of incredible artists, each one better and better and better and better than the last, and it's like never ending. And I'm absolutely floored.
泡环境下的一个癌细胞。
Wow.
因为我们收看的话是老板的那种，还有肾脏的小毛。
Even though I only needed to attend the event for work, I stayed the entire duration out of my own accord because being here, it just made me feel alive. It made me feel at home. When I look at the artworks that artists are selling, I can see the amount of hours poured in, not only into their individual craft, but the invisible years of work that it took to get their craft to this level.
Wow, they even have Yoneyama's work here. Look. Oh, you can have Yoneyama nails? No way!
And in life, when I meet another artist, there's this instant spark of connection and respect where you don't need to explain the long hours, the constant self-doubt, or the latest OCAU obsession that has a chokehold on your brain. Like, we just get it. It's respect, because we all know that in our artworks, we spend grueling time alone, pouring an actual piece of ourselves onto the canvas. And that is why, even though art is created in solitude, it is truly meant to connect us. I feel like every single artist struggles with self-worth to some degree. Because a lot of times, I feel the same way, and I'm the reason I feel lonely or alone. Because my inner critic always tells me, they don't want to hang out with you. You're not good enough. You're not funny enough. You're boring. You don't know the latest lingo. You never know any of the memes. And so I end up just throwing my hands in the air and saying, okay, fine, I'll just work then. Because while people can let me down, art never does. But that is all in my head. I genuinely feel so lucky to have the friends that I do have, because they are some of the kindest, most generous, hardworking, and funny people that I know.
So before I leave, I asked my friends to help me to put some mothballs around my place, and let's see, there's one mothball, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna wait, there's one more here. What does my closet have?
There's just a pile of mothballs on the floor.
There's just a pile of mothballs.
And along my journeys, I'm always making new connections with people. And through art, the craft that I do, I now meet more and more specific people. People who appreciate what I do and love the things that I do too.
What? Wait, on his first try!
So yes, while art is especially lonely, it is so strange because it has also brought the deepest connections in my life too.
好，我进去咯，拜。
Hello and welcome to Inventory Intermission. Because always there will be someone who's asking, what are you using? To which I answer, I've got you. All right, so first and foremost, you'll see that I am using a new sketchbook. Look at that. This is still the exact same size as my old sketchbook, but the only thing in difference is that the fabric cover just makes it so much nicer. I picked this up in Korea. However, if you look here, this is called a Handbook, and it is distributed by Global Art Materials in Kansas City. So it's technically American. I'm pretty sure you can get this either on Amazon or anywhere else, but I will personally say that I have really been loving the sketchbook. The paper quality and the round edges, like, it feels the exact same as my last sketchbook, but now it really feels just like a little bit more premium. Usually I use pretty much the exact same materials in each of my sketchbooks, but for someone who hasn't been here for a little bit or is new here, hi. I want to let you know that pretty much everything I always use is going to be Mildliners, so this one here, and also the Zig Clean Color Real Brush. I love using highlighters because they don't bleed. Like, they're meant to just sit on the very top of the paper. So these two are always going to be my staples, no matter what. Next, I wanted to show you something I've been really enjoying, which are these Daiso crayons. Honestly, totally fine to even just go with Crayola. I just wanted to play with a slightly different medium than pencil or highlighter. And so I love the texture that these crayons are giving. So I feel like I don't need to be so precise, and the colors, when you blend them together, can make some really beautiful. Really encourage to try crayon. Next, you will see that in my sketchbook, I've been playing a lot with stickers. So whenever I go to a new country, a new place, I always like to pick up local stickers. And when I was in Shanghai and went shopping, I found this amazing and adorable sticker pack called Tiny Sketch Big World. And it's just a bunch of stickers of like traveling around Shanghai. Like, when I saw this, I was like, oh my god, that's me, Tiny Sketch. I do tiny sketches. That's perfect. At GAF, the convention, I also went to a lot of the local artists and picked up stickers from them. These are absolutely gorgeous and completely from independent artists. So I've also been sticking those like literally anywhere that I can, as you can see, like right there too, and layering the stickers as well. And I totally encourage for you to be able to do the same, because it's perfect to be able to fill in like a slightly more empty or blank spot in your sketchbook, somewhere where you don't really know what to do with. And with that, my friends, happy sketching! Sketching has been a small escape for me because it's not that I dislike people, I actually love other people. And with being at cafes, there's something comforting about the hum of conversation and having life happen around me where I don't have to participate. It's a balance, being alone but not completely isolated. I feel like a very classic artist pipeline is you grow up in a town, you move to a city because that's where they can afford art, and then you take that money and you move somewhere super far away, alone in the woods. And not gonna lie, that's probably gonna be me. I cannot wait to live in the middle of the mountains and have all my groceries delivered by stork and my laundry done by mice. So by now, I've had some pretty good tastes of what crushing loneliness feels like. Because it's one thing to just be alone, but being lonely is a feeling of, damn, no one wants to hang out with me, or I have no one aside from myself to rely on. But that is not true. If you are an artist, if you do art, you're not alone. We may not be able to see each other, and honestly, some of us are terrified to talk to each other, but we're always connected via our artworks. We will always share a mutual understanding of the sacrifice and sweat that goes into each piece. And once you're an artist, I promise it's a world of connection that is special to just us. Hi guys! Hope you guys enjoyed this slightly more candid vlog-like video. I actually wanted to make it more vlog-like, but I'm still really camera shy, so I still have to do voiceovers. Sorry, I'm still not used to it. But anyways, the entire time that I was filming this video and the entire time that I was like scripting and writing, I also thought to myself, well, I can't be the only person who feels this way. So I'm thinking about actually organizing something where people, especially like us locals in LA, can try to go to or do just like more things to be able to actually involve artists together. And so if you're interested in that, actually, I will be starting a newsletter. It would be called the Pan Pen Pals, PPP, triple Ps. This newsletter would also be a way for me to ask you guys questions directly and for you guys to be able to help give input as to what video topics you'd actually be interested in. Like, what are some of the things that have always, like, I don't know, you just want a second opinion on, or someone to yap a lot about. And I'm actually going to be taking even longer to make videos because work is really ramping up and it's getting really busy. And people are always asking like, when is your next video coming out? I'm sorry guys, I'm not a full-time YouTuber, okay? I'm trying to do this on my own free time. But if you are interested in knowing when the next video would drop, you can sign up for that email list and we will be able to let you know. Regardless, thank you so much for watching. I literally never know who is watching. Could be someone from the other side of the world. Could be my neighbor from downstairs. I don't know. Regardless though, I really appreciate you making it all the way to the end. From one artist to another, let's all do our best and put the pain in painting with pride. All right, take care. Oh my god, he's dying.